Grammy Award-winning recording artist Mya first came on the scene in 1998. Harrison's eponymous debut album through Interscope Records was released in the spring of April 1998. It sold over 1 million copies in the United States, producing the gold-certified top 10 single It's All About Me featuring Cisco. Upon release, Mya received generally favorable reviews from music critics, who complimented Mya's vocals and songwriting abilities, as well as the album's well-crafted appeal. Within the next 6 months, Mya became a commercial success. Although initially sales were sluggish, the album was able to reach the upper half of the US Billboard 200 and awarded a certified platinum plaque by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, selling over 1.4 million copies in the United States. In the midst of the album's success, Mya earned several accolades, including a NAACP Image Award nomination and 2 Soul Train Music Award nominations. Yeah, things happened in my 4th album with a major label, Liberation, was accidentally released once the release date changed for the 4th time. There are other territories in the world that are ahead of the United States, time, and if they don't get the word in time that it's coming out that day, it's a day ahead. So that's essentially what happened. I was given the choice by my legal representation, at the time, to either go to court, which could take over a year, and sue for the money that were owed to me because the album technically came out and legally came out, or just go independent. So I decided to go independent, whatever that meant, and in the interim, I got a partnership offer by a label in Japan called Manhattan Records, and that's when my independent journey began.
Well, I can't say that all women are treated unfairly, disrespectfully, but I can say that that happens all over the world, in every or any industry, in any circumstances, whether it be personal relationships, in business, etc. You must protect your space, but you don't necessarily know what the agenda is behind someone speaking down to you, at you, etc. There are horrible things that happen every day, whether it be in the industry or not, mentally, emotionally, sexually, financially. And you have to break down your value. You really have to assess that and your standards. And it's very difficult if you don't know it, if you can't identify it regarding what's coming at you. And that takes some time to maybe step away if you walked into this game not knowing who you are and your limitations. There can be power plays and ultimatums given for the people that hold the power, whether that be toward a female or male artist. Mm-hmm. I often find that a lot of women that I speak to suffer from that, but you really have to protect, what you allow yourself to believe, because it will be fed, whether it be your body image, what you need to change about yourself, how you need to sound, what you need to look like, how you need to dress, who you need to date, what you need to say. You grow into that. If you start early in any game without knowing who you are and being solid in some type of foundation, it's very dangerous for you as an individual. And you have to not be desperate. You have to be willing to say, I'm good, fuck you, and walk away, But if contractually you have no options, that's a living hell. I find it horrific to have to be bind to negative energies. It's unfair, whether you're a male or female. But I would definitely have to say those in power, that want to abuse it and get off on abusing it, definitely plot on their prey, you know, and you have to be willing to sacrifice anything that you think you might benefit from, a career, etc., and say no, period, and learn how to do it yourself.
How did you stay so guarded within your career?
This is what I did. I said, no, I'm good, thank you. No, thank you. Okay, so sometimes that doesn't translate as far as what you are allowed to have, what you have access to. You will be blackballed. You will be talked about. You will be shitted on.
You will be rumored about. But you have to stand strong on what you don't care for. It's not that serious to me, you know, if I have to sell my soul. And people will still try to manipulate, you know, the perception of you, regardless. But as long as you can go to bed at night and look in the mirror and be happy and say, thank God, you know, I've been kept. I'm still solid on who I am as a person. I understand that I might have sacrificed something in the physical world, but the spiritual world is not worth it. You're okay. You don't need to do anything. What you need to do is protect every part of your life, your spirit especially, because everything else is connected to that, you know. And I have people to take care of, so I don't have time to play games, time to be on drugs, time to be on alcohol, you know, trying to put a Band-Aid over stuff that I can't live with. So my best bet is to empower yourself, get educated, and try to make it happen. It may be a process, but no person deserves to have an ultimatum over them.
Yeah.
For fame or for glory, because it's not glory at all.
Did you ever feel like you were blackballed?
You know, I don't like to make excuses like that. I don't like to be bitter. I know what I feel. And when I feel negativity, and when I feel bullshit, and when I feel ultimatums coming my way, I gotta maneuver elsewhere, you know? So I don't give it the time of day to say, oh, I was blackballed, you know, it's because of you that no, I don't make excuses. I just know what doesn't feel good, and I just don't work with those entities, and I just don't work with those energies or allow them in my life, you know? So independent has been a blessing for me.
Yeah.
Not to diss any entity, because guess what? The major label system is beautiful. There are some people, not everyone, that have huge egos, you know, and awful mindsets towards men, towards women, towards people. And it's very difficult to be around. It's just very difficult. And the way they define success is not your idea of success. So you have to step outside of your box, which is why I named my label Planet 9. It's the furthest from Earth. I have had to create my own rules, my own standards to live by, you know, and do things in my own time. You know, my planet might not necessarily rotate around the sun 365 days. It might take me 7 years to do something in my own time versus one Earth year. But I have to put myself in a completely different world and environment just to function and stay good, stay alive, you know, and stay happy.
All the good and the bad, everything in my past, all the ups and the downs. I've had so many wrongs that I've lost count, but it made me who I am, and I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause it crowned me like a queen. It crowned me like a queen. Oh, I'm a living witness of faith at its best. I've been put through the test. Nothing comes easy, so don't stop believing. Yes, I've made some mistakes, wouldn't take them away. I So stand your ground and be unbreakable. Oh, yes, unbreakable. Listen, I be on it, I be on it. Kill it in a skirt, but I do it like I own it.